All right, y'all, about to break this down. Fucking, well, the gosh darn lead attorney weighs in Andrew Wilson and CGA. I just wanted to hear his perspective on it. We know what everybody else think. This shit, if you are an Andrew Wilson fan, you think that nigga won. You think that person won. You're a CGA fan, you know he won. So, see what the lead attorney thinks. How he gonna break it down. I'm slurping my food and shit, so I'm ready to just play the game, listening to it in the background. Let's pull it up. Oh damn, that happened. Oh fuck. And plus, yeah, I already started the video. Take the Bluetooth off. So it's gonna be like started a little
lifestyle. We're going to talk about today, is marriage worth it for men in the West? So let's get into some opening statements. Who wants to start off?
Is marriage worth it for men in the West? I guess that's the concept that they're talking about. That's going to be up for debate. Put a yes if you think marriage is worth it, and put a no if you think it is not worth it in 2025. Let's go to hear.
Nope.
All right, so we're all good now. I just have this up so that I can see my notes. Okay. Well, be patient. I know let's get this thing going. I'll kick it off. You guys ready? Yep. All right. Yeah, we're good. Okay, guys, fine. We get started. Thanks for being patient. I know there was some delays. We got Andrew here versus Coach Jorge Adams, aka the Free Agent Lifestyle.
Andrew versus Coach Jorge Adams.
We're going to talk about today, is marriage worth it for men in the West?
Is marriage worth it for men in the West? Now, I will say this. I was married. I was married myself, just to give you guys maybe any biases or prejudices that I have. I was married for 10 years. My wife did not work. So I supported her. We didn't have any kids. And release of what is it, catch and release? After 10 years, I had to give her back. I had to return her. I'm like, she a receipt. You're not acting right. We just started going in two different ways. Right? So I've been married.
You didn't get the
and I've
full
done the
return
whole,
policy on that
supporting
one.
the woman. It wasn't no 50-50 over here. All right, now this was a while back. In 2025, if you ain't trying to do 50-50, boy, you're gonna be paying a lot. So I don't even know if that's, but you gotta be a little gaming channel. You gotta have that long money to just pay the whole thing. I don't know how young men are supposed to get married at 31 years old and split half of the bills. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Maybe the only percent they can do it, we're going to open AI, but shit. These mortgages and
What's
rents.
Up, guys? This is Two-Way Dream,
your NBA
2K26 first Dark Matter rep, and this is NBA 2K TV.
I do want to say that. Then, I'll be honest, I did
Welcome to another episode of NBA 2K
She got me
TV.
so mad
one
day.
of my favorite parts of NBA 2K is the ability to
laptop,
rewrite history, and the what ifs are endless. In 2K, they can be reality in my NBA era.
We checked in with a longtime community member who is new to NBA eras, and his what if scenarios are too good to be missed.
You better sign these documents. That's the good thing about being an attorney. If you're a mechanic, you can change your own oil. I had to change my own shit that night. I had to get out. Pissing me off in my own home. So, yeah, so I do want to say that I've been married and I've been divorced. Would I get married again? I would. So then, I'm talking about this. I'm seeing a lot of stuff from y'all. You know, the dating scene. So you're thinking, of course, everybody's like, oh, you know, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Tell me divorce turn. They were like, oh, shit. I would always
88 block.
vibration immediately.
Oh, shit.
Jake.
You crazy.
You cynical. It was jaded or cynical. It was one of the two. So much marriage and divorces, and I see things so differently than you guys. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to give my whole show and talk about opinions in with what we got going on. And I'm going to tell you this, you are going to hear stuff today from me that you have never heard on YouTube saying this. I'm just intelligent because of experience. I'm just administered so many divorce problems and men, so many divorces they're visiting women, so many divorces with children. 17-year-olds, kids, 7-year-olds, 7-month-old, it's in my hands. They're 7-month-old. Grandparents trying to get set for emotionally sorry for his parents.
That was the focus. They all understand. Training Academy. Virgin Phoenix Wild and my baby wind speed Thunderbird and Tiny Spider. Unfortunately, cute will get you killed. You need killer beasts to make it to the top of the class. Entire class left different essentially. Beasts back up. I need to flog my beast this time. Strength 10 out of 100. So, slap with 40 natives. Maybe someday, mine is pregnant.
Potential part you can think of in the case. Over 20 years. So you can be some things that I think might keep you on guard. Let's get into it. Let's see what these folks got going on. Big shout out again to the channel. The man or something. His hair top is good. I really appreciate it. What a great TLGC in the damn chat. Let's kick this off. In 2023.
Let's get into some opening statements. Who wants to start off? Yeah, man, this is a great institution. It's an institution that built in America. Most of the benefits that have safety of children in schools, particularly centered around marriage. However, marriage is not progressed to the point where men can be safe. And a lot of men have experienced tremendous damage, collateral damage as a result, and it has led to broken families, a lot of broken hearts, simply because the laws are not positioned to benefit both partners. Therefore, on the course, you have opportunities for women to use the courts against men, and as a result, men have seen 1, 2, and 3 generations of men getting harmed, their grandfathers, their fathers, their uncles, their brothers getting harmed by this. So, Generation Z men are not positioning themselves. So at this particular point, with someone that would ask me, would I recommend marriage? And they were in a certain position in life, they weren't established, I would say, no, there's no benefits. Your response, Andrew?
All right, and he says, if someone should you get married? I would say no. Is that what he said? So he said if someone else responsibly to get being children else, me and I would say no, but it's different. Because what he says, he financial wherewithal, maybe you should. Let's listen to it again. You gotta hedge. You gotta see no
life. They weren't established. I would say, no.
John catch that? So, you know, if you're a man and you're established, you're 37, 38, you're making your little six figures, you know, just bring it out. See it don't get married. Now, I think, and y'all call me out if I'm wrong, but I think if you watch his content, the content that he does on his channel is much different than what you just heard come out of this man's mouth right here.
Love you watch his channel.
I
don't think so.
Talking about junior colleges. He's like, oh, well, you know, if you're established, go ahead and get married. I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think he's on the lifestyle. So I think you might see, you know, he's kind of being like, okay, I need to soften it up a little bit. Because I think on his channel, you know, he's established, then yeah, go ahead. See him soften his position. Let's see.
There's no benefit. Got it. Your response, Andrew? Yeah, I didn't hear any.
Most things, any 0.4% interest rate. So bracket with 0.1% APR, and it gets big.
You just hold it. Anti-marriage arguments, I heard anti-divorce arguments. So, I'm with you on divorce, 100%. Stream over that. But it's a good thing that the topic is divorce, it's not marriage. And it seems like you agree with my proposition and the proposition is that marriage, quote, is a great institution. Yep. And that right now your concern is that men can't be safe in marriage, but that's not actually what you're saying. You're not saying men can't be safe in marriage, they can. You're saying that they may not be safe in divorce. So I have a counter proposition for you.
Let me jump in right here. So what does Andrew say? Oh, first part.
Right, you just say you agree.
And in the contract, everything is spelled out, all the conditions. How your property is going to be divided. How you set your real property, those things are going to be divided. This person is going to be children. And how long is that going to be? Since you can't interact from me in terms of tendencies, in terms of rules, and in terms of threats and states, that's just 20-page contract. And on the last 10 pages, on the first 10 pages, it talks about all the benefits of marriage. And when they enter, they say that, oh, you know, we're talking about the marriage. We're not talking about the divorce. It's all it doesn't make sense. Just look at the first 10 pages, and you've got the second 10 pages right here. You need to look at it all. Marriage and divorce, and it's all 20-page contract. I'm going to think about that. That's the best way to look at it. You can separate which is part of that contract has terms and conditions on the exit strategy, on the termination of the contract. So let's keep going.
My counter proposition is, what if it's the case that You can use religious marriage institutions without the state. And then we add the ecclesiastical structure of the marriage. That's what always kept them together anyway, before the state was ever involved. So what if instead we use the ecclesiastical church, the structure of the old churches? That would be Catholicism and Orthodoxy, where you see the lowest divorce rates, because the community puts pressure on women to have them. That's what they do. Right now, the state applies no pressure on the dad, right? You can just go and file whatever you want, get a divorce, and they'll be making the neighbor by the next night. We totally agree on that. But to say that we should abandon marriage is silly. It seems like you're completely pro-marriage. You're just anti-divorce. Why wouldn't you just throw your weight behind institutions where the divorce rate is the least, and you have an ecclesiastical structure which can be appealed to assist with that? That's what makes no sense to me.
Should download the app.
It's $25 when you sign up for that. It wasn't necessary. Like to get $25.
Getting free $25 when you sign up, no deposit necessary. Download. You better believe it.
I see what y'all are saying and talking about Andrew not living in reality. It seems to me like he's saying, hey, why don't you have religion? Why don't you use the church, Catholicism, to keep the women in line? In 2025, Catholic priests keep the wife in line. Catholic priests sway your wife from filing a divorce against you. That's what we say. It's coming. I want to give them a big shake, but they are a 25-year divorce attorney and telling her that so many women come in to my office. So they come in with cards that they're the authorized user. They got your credit cards. And they pull out your credit cards from the house that you bought.